So Dewey started peeing when he was going across the street, and we only have a limited amount of time to get across, so I started pulling him, and then he started peeing on the sidewalk as he was walking. I just don't know what to do with these guys today. They're Beagle guy. Half beagle. So Hannah started watching, well actually you essentially finished watching Making a Murderer. What are your thoughts on that series?
So screwed up. Like, you'd have to be blind not to think that that guy, everything seemed planted. Like, there's no actual evidence. You know? Like, I just think the thing about the blood, and if the murder did take place there and all that stuff did happen, where is the fucking blood?
Wasn't there.
There would have been, and they say, oh, well, they had 5 days to clean up. It's like, you never would have been able to clean that up, especially how cluttered that place is, and all the cracks in the walls and the ceiling and like
and in the ground
the floor
and stuff.
There's just no way. They would have found some of her blood somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously the police didn't kill her, because if they did, they probably would have taken her blood and planted it somewhere.
Yeah.
They must have, I don't know, they must have just found her dead. And decided.
Who knows, yeah. Very interesting case, and it's definitely trending on social media quite a bit now since the story came out on Netflix, and I'm very interested to see what'll happen because of it, because it seems like Manitowoc County has some explaining to do, because the story just doesn't really add up. So
no, I think even the judge was kind of, you know, swayed in a certain direction.
Seemed really, really shady, just the whole thing. So hopefully Stephen and Brendan will eventually get out and be freed from their life sentences for something seemingly that they did not have really any part of. So
I feel like that happens all the time though.
Yeah.
I feel like that show could be a series just because it happens so often. Then you see people like Casey Anthony who get off with no murder and shit like that. It's just like
Dewey's getting worked. Yeah. Dewey's pooped.
Tired?
He's so pooped. Heading off to Trader Joe's to grab a few things for dinner. So I think when I get home and after dinner, we're gonna talk about meal planning and shopping guides and all that kind of stuff. Looks like it's gonna rain soon, so time to get home. All right, so for dinner tonight, since Hannah isn't feeling all too well, I'll make her favorite meal, which is the red lentil chili. And what we do is we make a modified version of it from the Instant Pot recipe book. Instead of like using dates and some of the other ingredients, we just substitute some sugar in there. Some of the other stuff we don't necessarily put in there as well, like we don't put in the apple cider vinegar or the parsley or the oregano, maybe some oregano. But for the most part, we just kind of follow like the basics of it and then just go from there. so dog park chat time. And topic for today's video is food and grocery kind of like planning, shopping planning kind of thing. Something that we're not necessarily the best at.
So we're not really people who give you advice.
Yeah. What I would say, especially with the starch-based diet, I would say it's a lot easier to have is to basically have like a stockpile in your pantry of like the things that you're going to be eating day in and day out.
Starch stash.
Your starch stash.
So like rice, beans. If you have an Instant Pot, just get a bunch of dry beans, like all different kinds. Oats, sweet potatoes, and then just buy the vegetables that you like every week, and then whenever you start running out of the starches, like just buy more. What do we buy? A 20-pound bag of rice?
Yeah, and so like a lot of the stuff we can definitely buy in bulk, and other things, yeah, it's cheaper. And then things like spices always have like a lot of different spices because those are typically used in a lot of starch-based recipes. So there's like a lot of little things that you can kind of like plan out, especially even things like, you know, canned diced tomatoes and tomato paste and some other canned products that you can have a pretty good stash of, and you know, it's all good. So, but yeah, I guess just have an idea of some of the fresh vegetables that you're gonna need.
That you like to eat consistently. Anyways, just make sure that you have enough of your starches that you always eat. Like, I think our staple starch would be white rice, so we always buy it in a 20-pound bag. And then we always have like other starches like lentils and beans and potatoes and sweet potatoes and anything else that's like in season that we think that we want. And then typically like the vegetables that we eat, like we'll always have a bag of greens, onions, tomatoes, cucumber, stuff to make like juice. We have a bag of lemons. So like, I don't know, once you get familiar like with the lifestyle and you know what you like, then you'll just you can just make a list and so just make sure you have that stuff.
Yeah, so like when you're looking at recipes that you want to make, just look at what ingredients, like what special ingredients that you're going to need that you don't normally stock, and then just get those, you know, for a maximum of like 3 or 4 days in advance or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
or look at like maybe a few recipes that you want to make that week, and then just write that down on your grocery list. Like, I don't think grocery shopping is that hard. It's harder for us because we're creating 2 different books, but
yeah, I enjoy it. Like, I enjoy going around and looking in Trader Joe's and Sprouts and just seeing what new products and cool stuff that they have. And it's
like, it would be like a fashionista that has like loves buying clothes. It's like we love buying groceries.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're gonna take these guys home, but I hope those tips helped, and catch you on the next vlog.
Yeah, we're leaving right now.
All right, this is the finished product, so that should be absolutely scrumptiddlyumptious. Whoop whoop.
My life